Hey, everyone. It is 2023. And, I really hope that this year you are more aligned, you are more focused, and you have a calling that is going to be served in 2023. If we know anything about how the way everything is moving, it will move fast. And so I am hoping that for 2023, all of the goals and all of the things that you assert for your life, you go through with consistency. And that is my word for this year, is consistency. I've learned that in the past, that number one, life be lifing. And because life be lifing, I have given up on so many things that God has really shown me and put into my lap. I failed to walk through it because, I may have just felt like I didn't have the time, the space, nor the energy to see its way through. But 2022 definitely taught me that consistency will bring you much, much closer to the goal. And it also articulates the type of person that you've always been destined to be. You never know who you are until you bridge into the person that you've been called to be. So I want to remind you that consistency will always get you to the place that you've been also longing to be into. Moreover, y'all, I've really been sitting in this space where I feel more rounded and more at peace with the decisions that I have been making for myself, and with many deep diving conversations that I've had with people. A lot of people are feeling this way too. And I don't know if it is by means of where we are as far as our life. I don't know if age is a factor or just events that have taken a toll on our lives where we just feel we want to be more settled, more in tune with ourselves, our environment, more in tune and placed next to and close to God. But I really feel the rearing and the closeness of a lot of myself and my being into things that I wasn't close to before. And I urge you, for those who are listening in, if there are displaced situations with people that have not been settled, I urge you to do it in your time and in God's time, but make amends to bridge the gap, because y'all, people are really dying left and right. It's kind of, disheartening in this lifetime to see that every time we turn around, it's more younger people dying than there is older people. I just remember being young, and what we knew to be was older people dying. And when there were younger people dying, it was a shock. It was so far and in between that it was news. And we sat on that for a while. But now we are desensitized when it comes to death and the dying souls of younger people. So if life hasn't taught you anything, once it hits you where there is no mending and no reconciliation with someone that you have been estranged from, you realize how short life is. So I urge you to mend those relationships. Also in 2023, I hope you show up for yourself. I hope that you show up for yourself in the most bold way. And that takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of endurance, and it takes a lot out of you to really show up in ways that you never had to show up before. Only because when you bridge into this place of newness, everything is foreign. But you know that you are at a good place because it feels good, but you're still trying to figure your way out. It reminds me in some sorts of being in a maze and sitting there for a moment, plotting, how you're going to get out, how you're going to maneuver, but being at peace and not, being frantic about it, because while you are walking through the maze with the length of time that you are trying to figure everything out, you discover something new. You discover somewhat of peace. You are walking with your thoughts. You are coming up with ideas. And before you know it, you have gotten to the finish line, and that maze was not as complicated as you thought. You just needed to sit with yourself for a little bit. So I hope that when, as you are walking into 2023, you are more heightened with your desires. You are more heightened with yourself, and everything that you've been wanting to do or maybe called to do will be shown to you in 2023. There is something different about knowing who you are, whose you are, and there is a space where it just feels really, really, really good. And so I hope that you walk into that space and you get there. Also, y'all never stop learning. I think when we get into adulthood, we feel like we know enough. We learn through situations and, journeying through things, but never stop learning. That is why I love having good connections with people and really talking, on a deeper level, because people can always teach you things that you never knew, whereby it is something that you just want to learn, a hobby, or just having a deep intellectual, spiritual conversation and learning much more about life, yourself, them, the world. It is truly, truly amazing. So put yourself in the position to learn more. Read. I have been picking up books and expanding my mind, and I can't even tell you what that has personally done for me. Like, I used to at one point hate reading, especially when it was something that I didn't really want to read. When you're in school, you are forced to read things, but it's the things that bring me joy, and I want to learn more about certain subjects. I am taking on a trip and really learning, and not only is it wising you up, but it is allowing you to be well versed in language, well versed in the way you communicate and talk to people, and you bring something to the table when you know just a little bit more. So y'all pick up the book, y'all learn a little bit, explore other places beyond, what you've been reading. Be more open and receptive to different cultures, different types of people. Learn about politics, learn about the world, learn about space. Listen, I ain't too proud to say it. Learn about what you think about aliens. To expand your mind is an awesome spot to be in, because our mind it's like it wants to soak up so much. So give that opportunity to that as well. And lastly, if you experienced heartbreak, hurt in 2022, maybe 2021, and you are rearing into a place where you are ready to be receptive of love, give love, then give yourself space in 2023. Number one, to sit with yourself a little bit. If you're not ready yet, don't jump into anything new, because it's not going to serve you. But if you are moving into a place where you are more accepting of what was and open to the idea of love, number one, sit a little longer with yourself and decide what it is that you want and what it is that you need. And be aware that those who hurt you are not everybody. There are people who will mend your broken heart. There are people who will restore you spiritually and mentally. And there's going to be opportunities where you see yourself being healed. So be open to the possibility that love is out there. And as humans, we really cannot live without some assertion and fulfillment of love. I really hope that 2023 is the best for everyone. And I hope that while you have the time and the moments that you are focusing on you. And I want to tell you something. Focusing on you is not selfish. I think that we have gotten into this place where loving and pouring into other people's cups, it seems like the heroic and humble thing to do. And while it can be, what is more horrible is doing those things and not pouring into yourself and realizing that in moments you have no one but yourself. While you have poured into others, you have not done anything for yourself. I'd hate to get to a place where, I'm unable to fulfill all of the things that I've wanted to do and explore in this life. So give yourself moments for yourself, and also give yourself space to sit with yourself and know who you are in 2023. I don't have any New Year's resolutions. They don't do anything for me, honestly, because again, I'm going to repeat it again, life be lifing. And while I am moving more into consistency, I've also learned to give myself grace. So a New Year's resolution is not something that serves me. Making small goals and moving forward serves me best because I like small wins. I don't like to, I don't like to build my energy up for something huge and not get to that place when I could have been making small goals and smashing them and celebrating to myself. So no New Year's resolutions. The word for this year for me, and I share it with you, is consistency. Make sure that you are consistent in your life, consistent with your goals, consistent in your relationships and your connections, consistent in love, and consistent in your living. And I urge you, if it is desirable in your heart, when you get to that place, because I'm not going to force it on you and no one else should, find a happy medium with growth where you are getting closer to God. I promise a lot of things in your life will shift. A lot of things in your life will change, and you will see where God is trying to take you. That is all I have. And I hope that you tune into the beautiful reminders. Remember that it starts, it has begun now for this year, 2023. But on every Monday, you catch the beautiful reminders. I do believe, setting the precedents for the week and making ourselves aware of fulfilled promises and things that we need for ourselves kickstarts, and open up our mind for our day, and also follows us throughout the week. So tune in every Monday. Get you some beautiful reminders. Sit on that. Take that in. If you need to replay it a couple of times, do so. It is to restore, heal, and to bring you closer to wherever place you are in your life. Thank you so much for listening. I am so proud of where we have gotten to. The last time I checked, we are at 2,000 downloads. Y'all, this is a blessing, like literally a blessing. I am so glad that I listened to what God was trying to tell me. And with that, I ain't gonna talk no more. Thank y'all so much. I will see you next time. All right, bye.